Shalom Israel. First and foremost, I would like to give all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Rakah, Quadash, and a sincere salutations to the hopeful elect, and also a healthy shalom to the few Akwath who are listening and learning. Lord's willing, this lesson be edifying and straight to the point. And this lesson should be quick. Just want to touch on a thought that came across my mind as I was watching this video. And we're going to start with playing this clip.
Commuters. And founder Sherelle Mosey joins us now from the great city of Philadelphia. And Sherelle, how have the tariffs impacted your ability to keep your business growing?
Yeah, well, first of all, I want to say thank you so much for having me on. I started my business about 13 years ago, and really it was out of frustration. I basically was the bag lady struggling on the train with 2 or 3 bags. I had my lunch bag, my purse, my shoes, and a plastic grocery bag. And I just wanted one bag where I could organize and separate everything in the bag. And so I came up with this idea for a shelf right in the middle of the bag. And I actually started working with the Department of Commerce to help me find US manufacturers who could make my bag. I was really adamant about making the bag in the US. But unfortunately, it was very expensive. During that time, the cost to make the bag was between $98 and $108. And then I would have to purchase the hardware and the materials overseas. So that pushed me into China. And I must say, I learned that 90% of handbags that are sold in the US are made in foreign countries. And so it's been really difficult dealing with the tariffs, trying to maintain production and all sorts of things at this time.
So for anybody watching right now, I just checked it out. Minky Blue, Minkee Blue, the color blue, BLUE.com. Have you had to raise prices, or is that something you worry you're going to have to do?
Yeah, when I first started the business, the tariffs or the tax was at 17.6%. And then during the president's first term, that went up to 25%. Now we've added on a 30% tariff. So what people don't understand is that in China, it stands at 30%, but for Section 301, which includes all of or most of consumer goods, including handbags, it's stacked on top of it. So not only am I paying 30%, I also have to pay the 25% from the first term, in addition to the 17.6%, which was the base term. So really, I'm paying 72.6%, which I cannot afford. I mean, that's just insane. So I actually bought in a lot of inventory the end of last year. I am not doing production this year just because. So I actually bought in a lot of inventory the end of last year. I am not doing production this year just because. So I actually bought in a lot of inventory the end of last year. I am not doing production this year just because of the tariffs and the uncertainty. It's just really, really unable to plan anything out, and I just don't know what I'm going to do.
If you could talk to President Trump or, for example, Senator Dave McCormick, your brand new senator who was with the president, I believe, in Pittsburgh on the other side of the Commonwealth, if you could say something to them today about the tariffs, what would you say?
Yeah, I mean, it's really a few things that I would say. Number one, eliminate the Section 301, which has all of the consumer goods under it. Number two is really to be honest about the tariffs. The countries aren't paying for the tariffs. The American people are paying for the tariffs. Businesses like mine are paying that tax. And in my case, it's 72.6%. Those are the things that I would say.
All right.
So the thought that came across my mind as I was watching this video is that a lot of these mom and pop and also smaller businesses most likely did exactly what this woman did in order to try to stay afloat during these President Trump's tariffs. They bought excess inventory. Now remember, these smaller businesses don't have massive warehouse space to hold and contain inventory like Amazon or Walmart. If they order extra inventory, they have to store it in their business and also make room for it. So at most, they probably have 3 to 6 months of excess inventory, and maybe some companies a year worth, and that's pushing it. But with the effect of these tariffs, when their excess inventory runs out, their business is going to close. They're through. Because you heard, this woman say she stopped production, okay, for a year. Okay, she's not even going to focus on production because she knows that she doesn't have the capability to afford it with these tariffs. So she's hoping that she can stay afloat until this economic system and these tariffs correct themselves and things go back to somewhat of a norm. And we continue to keep telling you people that things aren't going back to normal. They're not. And once these companies run out of their excess inventory, they're through. And the citizens are going to feel the full effect of Trump's tariffs. Because right now, even though prices have, nudged up a little here and there, people are still scraping by and still, doing what they got to do to make things happen. But like I said, once these tariffs fully kick in and this excess inventory is gone, people are going to feel the full effect of inflation, okay, and hyperinflation, and empty shelves, supply chain issues, you name it, all that is manifesting, all right, by the hands of Yahweh Bashim Yahweh Shai. Now this is 2nd Ezra chapter 6 and verse 22, and it reads, "And suddenly shall the sown places appear unsown. The full storehouses shall suddenly be found empty." And they're not suddenly going to be found empty to the ones that are watching and paying attention. It's going to catch all these people with their head in the sand by surprise. So we're witnessing the situations and circumstances being brought about by the Heavenly Father, Yahweh Bashim Yahweh Shai, to bring in a famine. Okay, a famine in these sown places, a famine in these storehouses. Okay, on all fronts.
Y'all see this shit? Look, check this out.
This is the consequences when we chose the wrong direction. It is what it is. Make America great.
So as you can see, the Heavenly Father, Yahweh Bahashim Yahweh Shai, is continuing to work. All right, so let's end it here. 2nd Ezra chapter 16 and verse 24. "There shall be no man left to till the earth and to sow it. The trees shall give fruit, and who shall gather them? The grapes shall ripen, and who shall tread them? For all places shall be desolate of men." All right, and we know that a lot of there's going to be a draft for this Third World War. We know that a lot of the northern tribe right now are getting gathered up in Alligator Alcatraz, and a lot of them are being deleted in these camps. So we are in these times, man. All right, we are in these times. So Lord's willing, this was edifying. Shalom Israel. Wa abad babal.